Hi y'all, and welcome to my review on MediPets CBD Oil. And I wanted the oil. I was doing some research to work on my dog Solaire. He's a 3-year-old Boston Terrier. We need to work on his accepting my cutting his nails. We've tried different approaches, different tools. Shh, Solaire, hey. And nothing's really worked. I'd like to be able to get his quicks back down. Get back up. Come on, get up. And also, we need to work on Solaire. I'd also like to be able to take him for car rides without him being so miserable and shutting down. Especially, it's hot right now. We don't go for a lot of car rides in the summertime with him. But as it cools down and drops, into the 70s or so here in Houston, I would like to be able to take him out and have a lot more activities with him. So I thought maybe CBD was the answer, and I contacted Diamond CBD, who is a manufacturer for MediPets, and they sent me a sample. They didn't ask me his size, or else I think an appropriate sample would have been better. This is for the small dogs, which is 25 milligrams, which is for 0 to 9 pounds. It also can be used in cats, but I'm pretty much just going to focus on dogs here. So, my main issue was I couldn't get clarification from MediPets over why the website says that the product contains propylene glycol, and the box itself, if I can get it to focus, it says vegetable glycerin, CBD, and flavoring. There is no mention of glycol. And glycol itself isn't a bad thing. It's FDA approved for usage in food and considered safe. I just, when there's such a difference between ingredients listed on the website and ingredients on the product itself, I don't trust it. I'm not cool with giving it to my dog. So what ended up happening was I took it myself. My second question to them was, is this full spectrum or is this an isolate? And there's nothing wrong with isolates. It's just for best results. Through my research, I've seen that full spectrum is what gives you better results, especially if you're dealing with an anxiety or depression type issue, an emotional type issue. So let's go ahead and take a look at the product. I suspect that it's an isolate. Diamond makes both. For humans, they make both. I suspect it's an isolate because, as you can see, it is clear. And every other full spectrum I've seen has been a range of yellows, greens, earthy tones. It's clear. It is it's viscous, like pancake syrup almost. And it tastes very sweet, which I believe means it does in fact have the propylene glycol, because the sweetness of propylene glycol is part of when it's added to something, you can taste it. So think of like propylene glycol would be like Gatorade and stuff like that. So it has a sweetness to it. And you're sweet enough, right? Yes, I am. So I didn't give it to my dog. What I did is I tested it on myself, because human testing before animal testing, and I have no issue eating products with propylene glycol. Let me tell you, it did work. For me, it really lifted my mood. It made me feel a lot better. I have a lot of issues with just managing my stress. I'm a stay-at-home mom of a toddler, as you see in my other videos. I get locked into cycles of, just reacting instead. And this gave me, taking the CBD, made me a better parent. It gave me a longer fuse. It gave me time instead of, when my toddler came over and, let's say, bit me or hit me or started grinding his teeth, or, the things that 2-and-a-half-year-olds do. Instead of being like, oh, stop it, I could actually, you know, it gave me a chance to count to 10 and think of a better way to work with him. So if you're looking for something to really just take the edge off, you really don't need a lot of CBD oil. You know, I have to say I was really surprised because this is a standard dropper. So you have 0.04 milligrams per drop per their website in the 25 milliliter. So, you know, trust me, I am way more than 9 pounds. And this worked for me. So I was taking one dropper full in the morning when I woke up on an empty stomach. It works best sublingual, which means squirt under your tongue without food for at least an hour. So if you are giving it to your pet, do that as well. You want to get one that you can pull out. I say measure it. If I were to put this in my dog's mouth, I would get a measuring cup, measure it in a cup, or, you know, put the dropper in the cup, and then pull it back out, you know, pull it back out through a second dropper. Don't use the dropper in your dog's mouth and then take it, even if you wash it, take it and put it back in there because you'll be contaminating it. Use a second dropper. And I know they sell a lot of treats, biscuits, all kinds of things. They put it in your food, put it in the dog's water. You really can't regulate medication that way. And for the best effects for the best results, you want to go ahead and put it sublingual into your dog's mouth. The best way to do that, come here, come here. So there, oh, you're so naughty. Look at this naughty boy, won't even come for a treat. And I have to say, our treats that we're using, I can't believe he's had so many right now. Our treats that we're using are the very delicious, highly recommended GullyGear.com freeze-dried turkey hearts. Cannot go wrong with these. If you wanted to put your CBD oil on them, I wouldn't blame you because they're great. And they would absorb the oil and be just enough. Here, I was going to show you, pick up the gums and squirt it in there in that pocket between the cheek and the teeth. And that's probably as close to sublingual as you're going to get on a dog. And so, does it work? CBD oil on people. Heck yes. If you are trying to get something to just take the edge off, I highly recommend experimenting with different brands and milligram dosages of CBD oil. It is, you can get it over the counter. You can try all different brands. You have so many different brands available. They have different flavors. Go for it. You know, some of them have guarantees, try it like it. Some of them offer samples that you just, that are so small, $25. I know that one of the sites that I'm going to be trying next is Lazarus Naturals, and they have a sample, and they are very, the reviews are great, and it's a full spectrum, and I believe their sample bottle is only $13. Now the shipping is $10, but still, I mean, that's a very high-end sample, and that's going to help you. And honestly, the package, the website says, MediPets says, CBD for pets. Don't give your dog your CBD oil. I disagree with that. After doing a lot of research, I would feel better, honestly, going to Lazarus and buying their sample size of the 25 milligram for $13. And I think that I would get really good results with my dog, and I feel like it's a lot safer than, because they're full disclosure. Whereas MediPets, you're not full disclosure. I can't recommend you for pets. Did I enjoy it? Yes. But still, I could have gone up much higher than 25 milligrams. But there you have it. CBD oil. Yes, for pets. Yes for pets based on what I'm seeing on Reddit, Facebook groups, etc. No for pets if you can't get full disclosure. Yes for people. Yes for people for the isolates, for whatever else is in this, work just fine. And I would really appreciate if I could get you to subscribe if you've watched this far. Let me hear your comments. Do you have a brand that you recommend? Because I'm still looking for brands. I'm trying to find sponsors so I can do some actual legitimate reviews with my dog and tell you how it worked, you know, even maybe a day by day, week by week of how he's progressing. But first I need subscribers so I can ask my sponsors if they would send me a sample so I can show y'all the benefits. I'm always honest about my reviews. Whenever you see a review from me, it's something that I have used. I'm not going to tell you to get something just to let the supplier have an idea that, you know, I want more of the product, or, you know, unfortunately that's how a lot of the reviews work. But I'm not going to do that to you. I don't have a lot of money. I only want to spend it on what works. I want to support small business. And, you know, I'm going to give a pass on MediPets. Sorry, MediPets. Diamond CBD works for a lot of people. But MediPets, you know, worked for me as a person, but I'm not giving it to my pet. You need better disclosure, better customer service. And thanks, y'all. Subscribe, drop some comments, and hopefully we can get some CBD into my dog and get those nails cut. Thanks. Bye.